about that one. All right, Nayan, new segment. Are you ready for it?
I am. Let's go. Hopefully it works.
Victor of the picture. I had to make it rhyme and somewhat make sense. So, let me explain to you how this one works. So, it's based on the movies coming out in 2025, and it is a most anticipated hell, if you will. And essentially, I am just saying the movies of 2025 that you should be most anticipating. And I got 6 rows of movies, and at the first row, at the very top, is number 1. That's the one. And that's what you should be most excited for. At the bottom, I got 6 movies there, and that's basically, you should be excited for it because it's made Victor of the picture, and there are other movies that haven't made it at all, which I will get into as well. But as we go along, you'll be able to follow. But these are the movies that you should be looking forward to in 2025, and I'll try and give some context as to why you should be excited, because you guys owe this to me. I searched and searched and searched so many 2025 movies, and I made sure that they were coming out in 2025, at least at this point in time. Who knows, everything always gets delayed, but yeah, let's just dive straight into this. I'm going to share my screen with Nayan, so he can follow along. I'll edit this video so you guys can follow along with us. Nayan, can you see this?
Yes, it actually works for once.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Nayan can actually follow along. He didn't follow along my other segments that I do.
I winged it.
Yeah. Pardon?
I said I winged it. What? Okay, never mind. Carry on.
All right. So, who did not make Victor of the picture? So, these are the movies that do not deserve to be on the hill, or whatever we're going to call this thing, because they're not worth anticipating. They just didn't make it. And some of these were close. Let's just get straight to it. Let's go around this picture that I have in front of me and Nayan right now. So, The Bad Guys 2. Nayan was hyped about it. I still don't know if he's sarcastic or genuine, but yeah, there's just no room for it. I don't even know if the first one's good or great or anything like that. So, I'm not looking forward to it all, and neither should you. Halloween Aftermath. Do we need another Halloween? I'm just putting it on here because it's a laugh and does not need to be mentioned at all.
I thought Halloween ended.
Nah, mate, they're going for more. They make money on the first weekend and then they drop 80%. All right. Pooniverse. Yes, Pooniverse. It's a real thing that's coming out. And it's a crossover event between the Honey and Pooh series where if you look at that poster there, it is Winnie the Pooh with like some chain with blood on it riding Bambi. That's Bambi. You got Pinocchio next to him. You got Sleepy Beauty on the ground. Maybe this should make the picture. I'm actually kind of excited for that now. But still, they're just so bad. I don't care if the second one or the sequel is getting good reviews. It's going to be horrible, but at least it might be a little bit entertaining. Greenland 2. It is a sequel to the movie that made COVID and lockdowns worse because Greenland sucked. Blade just needs to go, or Mahershala Ali he needs to just act, solo do it, solo direct it, mate, because stop having hope in this movie. We've just seen that it's just been, recasted for all the things. We don't need Blade. It's just a mess from the beginning, and it's gone through like 7 directors at this point. Moana, if you look at that picture there, nice little fake thumbnail I've put there. It looks like Zendaya's there.
It does.
Yeah, it does. No one asked for a live action Moana, so we're getting that one early. That one should be... Yeah, not one to look forward to. It's considering Moana 2 comes out at the end of this year. Snow White, no, we're not anticipating that for obvious reasons. Tron Ares. Tron's one I actually considered to put on Victor of the picture, but there was just no room for it. And same with Captain America. I thought there might have been some reason to be excited for it. That's specifically Harrison Ford in the MCU, but it just seems like a little bit of a production mess now that I just don't have faith that our anticipation is going to be rewarded per se. All right, so we're going to go to the first row of Victor of the picture. Okay, what do we have here? We have Fast X Part 2. Now, this one, it deserves to be here because it is the last one. Fingers crossed that it's the last one, but it is here just because of that reason. If they do lie to us, I'm going to be very, very angry. And then we got Elio. That's the next Pixar movie. It is original, so I thought that let's have a little bit of faith. Original Pixars, they are pretty good. Been a bit of hit or miss as of the last 5 years or so, but this one could surprise if you guys go look at the plot. It's actually pretty interesting. Let's just see if it can pay off, because they did delay it by a year, so it might even look better on an animation level. I got the Thunderbolts in here. Florence Pugh's in the movie. That's why we should be a little bit excited for it, at least. But otherwise, Marvel chose the most boring characters, except for that Captain America guy and Florence Pugh's character, to be in it. The Fantastic Four, we touched on that earlier in this episode. Yeah, all red flags, so it's gone down. If I was to do this earlier, it would have been a lot higher. But yeah, just nothing good's coming from that movie or being announced, so it's very low. I have no faith in it. Then we got Ana de Armas' Ballerina, the John Wick spinoff. I had to put it in here. It was initially not going to make it, but I'm like, I love Ana de Armas. I love John Wick. You mash them together, I'm probably going to love it. I just need to see more of it before it can potentially go higher in this Victor of the Picture. And then we got the How to Train Your Dragon live action. I believe there's a lot of potential with it, because if you make it like Game of Thrones-esque, I think it can be something really cool. But I don't have faith that they're going to do that, and live action adaptations of or adaptations of animated films usually don't go in the right way. All right. Let's go to the next row. Boom, here we go. We have the untitled Avatar: The Last Airbender film that's coming from the original creators. And they left the Netflix series. Like, of course they did. I mean, has anyone seen that? But they stuck around or they left to go do this. And it's a continuation of what we saw in the TV series. I mean, you have to be excited for this. If you love the TV series, you got to be excited for it, because it's continuing these characters' journeys, these characters that we've grown to love. So I'm really excited to see what they can do. I need to see more on how it's going to look, because it is going to be a film, and it's meant to be, the first part of a trilogy. So excited to see where that can go. Next one, we got Jordan Peele's next movie, initially meant to be in 2024. I believe it was on my most anticipated for this year until it got moved. But yeah, I mean, it's Jordan Peele. I don't need to say anything else. There's nothing else about the movie other than the fact that it's Jordan Peele. That's just enough, and that's why it deserves to be on row 5 of this. Then we got The Wager. This is Leonardo and Scorsese. And do I need to say more than that? No, I don't. The Wager deserves its spot here. Ryan Coogler, news about this has been dropping recently. Ryan Coogler's new movie with Michael B. Jordan is in 5th row here. And I think it deserves it, because I've heard it's, going to take place in the, I guess, late 1800s, early 1900s. It's a supernatural thriller from what I'm hearing. Michael B. Jordan is playing twins. And it's Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler is a beast. He did, Creed 1, Black Panther, one of the best MCU movies, Fruitvale Station, and he just does everything Ryan Coogler does. It's pretty good. And the next one we got is Minecraft, and I think you should just be excited for this because of, like, what the hell is this going to be? I mean, that's the only reason that I have really kind of any excitement for it, because it's just what. Not to say it's going to be good, but I mean, Jason Momoa, Jack Black, and I've been seeing some of the sets drop recently. They are incorporating the blockiness to it, despite it being live action. So curious to see what it can look like from a visual standpoint, but I think it earns its place here. Be keen to see what Nan says at the end of this. All right, move on to row 4. Boom. Look, we're closing down now. We're getting to some of the heavyweights. Jurassic World 4. Now, this has gone way higher than I should have it, because Jurassic World let me down a ton. It got worse and worse as it went on. But you bring in the OG writer from Jurassic Park. That's right, the one with Spielberg. Such a good movie. You bring him in. You bring Gareth Edwards, who can make, Godzilla look fucking huge and terrifying every single shot of the 2014 movie. Did really great with Rogue One in terms of scale. So he knows how to bring these dinosaurs to life. And then Scarlett Johansson is apparently attached to star in this movie. And, I mean, there you go. Like, you got a good writer, good director, and good star. That's like the foundation of what a good movie can be. Let's just hope it translates to a good movie. Then we got Paul Thomas Anderson's apparent event film with Warner Brothers. So this will be released in IMAX as well. Well, that's all we know so far. But it's Paul Thomas Anderson. This guy, he's a master director. He's always done great stuff. And for it to be classed as an event movie, I think that's something you have to be really, really excited for. And then we move on to the Michael Jackson movie, where it's got Michael Jackson's nephew starring as Michael Jackson. I mean, that's a really cool thing in itself, but you also got a good cast surrounded by him, and it's just one of the most iconic artists in history. And you're covering that life. I'm just really excited to bring it to screen. And then we got a Dwayne Johnson, The Rock movie. Yes, it beats Moana live action. It is The Smashing Machine. It covers Mark Kerr, UFC fighter. And that's not the part why it's exciting. I couldn't care less about that because it's Dwayne Johnson. But he's starring in an A24 movie directed by Benny Safdie. That's when you get excited. We've wanted this for so long. Maybe me and Nan, I don't know if you have or not, but we've wanted to see Dwayne Johnson to really stretch himself, really challenge himself to a very real and human role, and I think this is the one for him. It's perfectly aligned with who he is. Let's see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson really get challenged as an actor, and let's see those acting skills come to light. I'm really keen to see what he can bring to this. And obviously Benny Safdie is a great director. A24, you can always trust them. All right, third row now. Boom. You got the obvious ones now. I don't know if Nayan knows where I'm going with this, but we'll see his take at the end of it. All right, so for row 3, we're getting to the final 6 with this one. So the 3 here are Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson, Bong Joon-ho. Some people write this movie off because of the delay to work on it and stuff. This guy directed Parasite, and there's a teaser for this out on YouTube. Like, go watch it, and you'll be like, oh, wow, okay, this is going to be so good. Like, Bong Joon-ho, Robert Pattinson, it's going to be great. I don't need to say anything more than that. In fact, I might have put it higher because I'm just hyping myself up speaking those words. Avatar 3, you always got to look forward to Avatar. Maybe you're not interested in the narrative, and that's okay, but you can always know that you're going to get a great visual experience. You go see that in the biggest cinema that you can find, and you're going to have a great time, even if you're particularly not enjoying the characters or the story. So I think that's plenty of reason. And, if rumors are to be believed, they're going to be introducing fire to this now. So, yeah, we'll see if that can translate as well as water and air, or earth. I don't know what the first one would be called. Anyway, the last one for this row, Mission Impossible 8. It's the last one. I think it deserves to be very high up on this list here. Mission Impossible 8. I know me and Nayan, particularly myself, have kind of eased up on Dead Reckoning Part 1. Has not been as great as initially led to believe. So my hype for this isn't as, and it's not as great as it once was. But it's the final one from Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise is going to bring everything. You got Christopher McQuarrie at the helm. There's just still so much potential in this. And if it's going to be the final one, hopefully it's going to be emotional as well. I think there's so much to look forward to with that movie. Can't wait to see what stunts are in it. All right, we're on to the final 3 now. Let's see what's on the second row. Boom. Superman Legacy. Nayan's going to have a big smile on his face with that one. All right, DCU kicks off. Superman Legacy. We got David Cronin Sweat, James Gunn. I mean, it's exciting. James Gunn's been working on this for a while now. I think there's so much reasons to be excited for that movie, and you can be cautious like myself. I'm very cautious. I don't want to hype myself up too much because I might be disappointed because it's DC, but hey, it's James Gunn. It's just everything's looking good right now. This is the opposite of Fantastic Four. I wasn't excited for it when it first announced, but everything I've heard about it since has been great. Fantastic Four is a complete other way around. I mean, just look at the picture. That's why it's at the top here. Zootopia 2, it's Zootopia 2. Zootopia 1 is great. One of the best animated movies of the past decade, I would say. Everyone loves it. It's so lovable. There's so much to explore in this movie. There's so much potential. These characters can go. They can stretch a lot more. There's so much more story and so much to explore with the characters. You have to be excited for it because the first one was just so great. I think you can trust it. And Nayan, I want to get your take on this one before I do it. What's the last one? Who is the victor of the picture for this segment?
Let me have a look. The Batman.
Who?
Oh, wait.
Got delayed. It probably would have made number 1.
I
don't think you'll see it coming. he can't figure it out. Let's
Nah.
reveal this number one. Or have you got...
Go for it.
Go for it. All right. So the victor of the picture for this segment. Boom. It's Quentin Tarantino's final movie, The Movie Critic. Basically, me and Nayan. It's based on us. Just kidding. But it's Quentin Tarantino's last movie. I think it's going to be pretty hard to dethrone this victor of the picture. I think you just kind of have to throw a masterful director his flowers. If it's going to be his final film, if he sticks to that and owns it, you got to be anticipated for it because he is going to bring absolutely everything to this. And, you know, we got Brad Pitt as the lead actor in it. Tom Cruise is circling a role for it. I just know it's going to do good. I know a director on Quentin Tarantino's magnitude is not just going to let his last movie, you know, be average or mediocre. He's going to put everything into it. He might even put so much into it that this gets delayed to 2026, let's be real. But, yeah, Nayan, here is your victor of the picture. You got the movie critic at the top there, and then everything else filters out. What would you change from this? What should people be more excited for or less excited for based on these rankings?
I am surprised about Avatar being on the third tier. I thought...
Like higher or lower?
Nah, I thought it should have been higher. I thought, if anything, swap that and Zootopia, to be honest. I feel, you know, back-to-back $2 billion films, almost $3 billion. You know, I think
My thought for that... Sorry. You go.
You had your time to talk.
I know.
You know, like... I forgot what I was going to say. You go.
I was just going to say that it stays in the third row for now, at least for me in this segment. It could go up based on what we see, but I'm putting it on the third row now just because we've seen the jump in technology. We've seen that boost in visual effects. And sure, the third one's going to be better than the second in terms of, you know, the VFX and stuff, but it's not going to be such a big jump where that anticipation is just way higher because of it. And I don't think the story is great enough to justify a heightened sense. I just think Zootopia 2 is a safer bet for people to be more excited for. Any other changes, though?
Yeah, well, I'm still trying to process everything. I do agree with number one, even though that's surprising.
Oh.
To be honest, I completely thought that was going to release in 2026, if I'm going to be honest there. As soon as he dropped it, I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot about that movie, of course.
Of course, yeah. It's hidden.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised, but not surprised that Mickey 17's on the third tier. Like, I know that Bong Joon-ho has won the Oscar for Parasite, and Robert Pattinson is starting to become recognized for his fantastic acting talents, but I thought there was other, like, films here. I thought at least Minecraft would be a bit higher. That was a bit shocking. Rather than the second tier. I mean, you touched upon it before, how it's the biggest gaming franchise of all time. It's got a decent cast as well, or popular cast, should I say.
Yeah.
So I thought that would have featured a bit higher, maybe that one tier above. Jurassic World, yeah, I can see. It is a $1 billion franchise after all. I think people are sleeping on the Rock A24 film. Don't forget Emma...
They are.
Oh, what's her name?
Emily Blunt. She'll be in there as well.
She's in it
supposedly.
as well. And I think, and I hope, we get the best side of Dwayne Johnson in this. The actual actor, not the phony sort of action sort of guy to it.
Yeah.
Although he's doing great.
That's why people should be excited for that, because we are going to see that difference in acting from him.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
But other than that, I think the rest is good.
Spot on.
I probably would have swapped Fast and Furious and Avatar, Last Airbender.
Oh, what?
To be honest.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Just because of you know, the previous two live action stuff has been pretty bad, and obviously people have the most recency bias towards it. And the fact that Fast and Furious is like a big of a franchise, and if this is to be the last one, I think there'll be a bit more hype for this to see how the family ends. So yeah, I would have swapped. I would have swapped those two, but other than that, yeah, it's a good picture.
Good picture. I feel like people are going to condemn me for having the Fantastic Four so low. How do you feel? Does it deserve to be that low? Should people not be as anticipated for it as they think they should be?
If that picture there was just the logo, then I think you're stupid, because when that logo came out, we had no idea about the details of the film. So
but now we do.
I was like, nah, that should be higher up. But now we have all this information. We touched upon it before in a very long, lengthy tangent segment. So it deserves its place there. If not, it should be in the previous slide. The you didn't make it. Get out of here.
Oh, it's not there yet. It's not there yet. I think we have to give it some time. I mean, if we go to, would you have added any of those movies that didn't make it? Do any deserve to be in the bottom row or even higher per se? Or are they good?
I am just going to say Moana, just for the fact of how popular the animated version is. And then you also have The Rock returning. We all know that he's a box office draw.
But are you excited for it? Should other people be excited for it?
Oh, fuck no. I'm excited for Bad Guys.
All right, we got to stop. But
I don't even know why Greenland 2 is a thing. Like, that was a trash house of a fucking movie. Why is that even around? Like, there's going to be another comet event that's going to destroy the world again. Like, it's stupid. Get out of here.
It's like I said, it made COVID worse for me.
Yeah.
The entire lockdown was horrible because of that movie.
Yeah, and Blade is just drama after drama after drama. I mean, when this was first announced, it was like, Fantastic Four, like we were super hyped. How do you say his name?
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, was attached to it as Blade, and we were like, fuck, this is going to be sick. And then news came out how he's pretty much like the fourth string character in it, in his own movie named after him. It's like, what the hell? And then, they should just scrap it. It's just take a page out of Warner Brothers' book, chuck in the vault, lock up the key, fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, next year's going to be interesting. How'd you like the segment, at least? Victor of the Picture. Should we keep doing this segment on the show and we change it when we see, trailers, different pieces of news coming in, seeing all the changes they're going up and down?
I think this is your new box office pie segment. They always come in and...
I'll keep my pie, but I need my segments.
And now you're going to change your pictures. You're going to keep your pictures too. It's a good segment. Yeah. And obviously, we touched upon it before, Fantastic Four. If those details weren't there, it would be way up on our high list, and then all these details that came down. So it'll be a good tracker for it. So, yeah.
Yeah. We'll probably redo it in a month and we'll see all the changes that have happened. I'll probably just do it when there's actually significant changes happening with all these movies, which I'm sure we will. There'll be delays, there'll be new ones added in, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that is Victor of the Picture. And that is, what you should be excited for in 2025. What do you guys think about the segment? Did you like this segment? We always love to do these fun little things to cap off one of our Let's Be Reals, but now we got a new one here, so we'll try to do it more often if you guys like it. If you don't like it, comment below, let us know, and we'll never do it again. We won't even mention it, ever.
Or we'll tell you to fuck off.
Or that. Yeah, it depends who's on the account, me or Nan. You're going to get two different responses.